Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this WILN Sports Special presentation of high school football, the 2022 season premiere, brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton. The 2-0 Trojans of North Pocono take on the 2-0 Cougars of Hazleton area. You are looking at Harmon Guy Stadium in Hazleton, home of the Cougars. And thank you for joining us for continuing coverage of high school football on WILN. I'm Marty Burns, joined as always by Joe DeMelfi, Jim Burns on the stats. And Joe, matchup of two 2-0 teams. North Pocono coming off a tough 1-point victory last week against Western Wayne. Hazleton area, their first two games on the road. This is their home opener. Cougars coming off a very impressive performance where their defense, till the last drive, had only given up about 80 yards of total offense to Wallenpaupack, put up 45 offensively, including 6 passing touchdowns by Tyler Wolf and another rushing. And as always, Tyler Wolf has a lot of weapons to work with.
I'm watching him throw, Marty, pregame, and he throws a very nice ball. This is a great early matchup in high school football. As you mentioned, both teams 2-0. Hazleton playing well on both sides of the ball. North Pocono got away with a 1-point win, but when you can win those close ones, means a lot. So I'm looking forward to a good ball game tonight.
Our officials tonight: the referee Greg Zumchak, the umpire Al Williams, Hayden White, the linesman, the line judge Pat Salvage, Tony Blazier is the side judge, the field judge Rodney Williams. Xander Coleman, number 9, getting ready to kick it off for Hazleton area. Number 11, Riley Moore. Number 16, Ashton Smith back deep. We are underway as this will be Ashton Smith. And he is hit hard by Kevin Guzman on a short return to right about the 30, maybe just a little shy at the 29. So the Trojans, under the direction of head coach Greg Dolan, comes out with junior quarterback Noah West. Keep an eye on number 2, Michael Blaine, the tailback. And number 44, the 6'1" senior tight end, Ty LaFave.
Coach Buckman's done a nice job with special teams, Marty. In the years he's been here, they cover well on punts and kickoffs.
And they're going to hand off on the first play. Kevin Wickheiser is going to be dropped. Officially, it'll say no gain.
Tell you what, Marty, you look at the Hazleton area, 3, 4, 5 men at the point of attack.
The unsung hero at outside linebacker, Joe, number 10, Ryan Mattias. And keep an eye on those corners. Michael Casadas with 3 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. At the other corner is number 6, Connor Shamani. This time I believe Blaine entered the game. Coleman among others on the tackle. Again, a rush of no gain.
North Pocono trying to go left side out of that high formation, running a off tackle. Nothing there. Forcing a third down. What you don't want to do offensively is get into a pattern where it's a run. Now you have to look at passing the ball if you have 5 or more yards. And then North Pocono, it's 3rd and 10. A lot of pressure on your offense.
West will go out of the gun. It's a 4-receiver set. Looks right. Throws, overshoots Riley Moore. 4th down.
He had Moore open, just overthrew him. So, Hazleton area defensively starts the game like they finished the last ball game, strong defensively.
Number 1, Matthew Bookman. Number 6, Connor Shamani. Back deep, awaiting the punt from Riley Moore. Left-footed kick. Joe, that looked like maybe one of my tee shots. Off to the right. Wobbled out near midfield. Actually, it'll be in Cougar territory. They'll start from their own 47. This offense, Joe, led by senior quarterback Tyler Wolf, a lot of weapons. Matthew Bookman, 12 carries, 81 yards last week. You can find Ryan Matthews, Shamani, Casatis, and now all of a sudden into this offense, they're utilizing the tight end in the passing game, and that's Xander Coleman.
You know what? Once you can get 4 or 5 players with touches during the game, puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
It's going to be a toss to Bookman, trying to get to the outside. He's in the Trojan territory, and he's going to be brought down by Wickizer, but not before a gain of about 7.
I'll tell you what, Bookman has great speed to the corner, Marty. Just ran out away from the defender, picks up 7 on first down.
Get a look at the Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships of Greater Hazleton scoreboard. Opening possession for the Cougars. Ball marked at the 47 of North Pocono, bringing up a 2nd down and 4. And they faked the toss to Bookman, but not fooled in the middle of that defense was Brendan Kearney.
Also, Kevin Gillette did a great job stepping up for North Pocono. Looks like they lost a yard, so it's going to be 3rd and about 4. We've seen Hazleton area over the years run that little inside type play. That time didn't go anywhere.
3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Wolf looks right, throws, and almost intercepted, knocked down by Ryan Marsh as they were looking for Alex Pungrazzi.
Wolf looked to his right, never looked anywhere else, was going to try that short pass, but they had coverage underneath as well as over the top. Underneath was Ryan Marsh, as you mentioned.
Number 4, Matthew Casatis to punt it away. High end-over-end kick. And the Cougars are down there, down it nicely. Kevin Guzman downs it at the Trojan. Looks like they'll officially call it the 6.
Coach Bookman trusting his defense, Marty. Punts it down to about the 6-yard line, as you mentioned. Now wants his defense to make some big plays down here.
I would suggest, for as flashy as the offense has been the first 2 weeks, this defense has been the key to the 2-0 start for the Cougars. And they give it to the fullback.
I formation.
Zach Gallant. Sorry, Joe.
That's okay, Marty. The first time back after some time off. Fullback on that I formation, that's the kind of play that they try to surprise the defense. But this Hazleton area defense, the Cougars playing very well.
Yeah, the scoreboard is broken. They can't change that.
And coming up and making the play immediately, maybe a gain of 1 for Blaine. And that was Big John, I believe, John Valdez on the tackle.
Valdez, no unblocked at the line of scrimmage, is able to gather the ball carrier and bring him down. So, looking at a 3rd and about 9.
Joe listed at 6'4", 225, hard to miss him.
Senior, good size, showed some signs of being able to move out there, some quickness.
They're going to hand it off again, and that Cougar defense, a stack of red, pushing Blaine back. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Again, many people at the point of attack, Marty. They have to start using a little play action, I think, trying to, and as you see it there, at least 5 Cougars right there.
Bobble on the snap, and just getting it away is a Smith. Picked up by Shamani. He breaks one tackle. Shamani down the sideline, steps out of bounds near the 20. Great starting field position for the Cougars.
Marty, we went from a punt at the 5. Defense did what they had to do. Hazleton's offense will take the ball.
And an injured Cougar in the end zone following that punt.
About the 28-yard line.
Almost disastrous as Riley Moore dropped the snap in the end zone, but got control of the football and got it away.
You have to give him credit for keeping his head and getting that ball away.
We want to thank Smith Floral in West Hazleton for providing our crew with these purple boutonnieres in memory of Cassidy Matalevich. Smith Floral, gratefully celebrating 125 plus years serving the community. The injured Cougar was Big John Valdez, but he's trotting off the field, which is a good sign for Coach Bookman and all the fans of the Cougars. And the other thing we notice here, Joe, taking a look at both end zones, no play clock in use. I believe he malfunctioned and it was not working at all during pregame. So both teams will have to check with the official on the field. Bookman and Mattias will shift out of the backfield. 3 receivers to the top of your screen. Slinging it out to Shamani. Shamani inside the 20. Brought down inside the 15 for the first time. Here on WILN, it's a Grand Central first down.
Tell you what, we had quick pass to Shamani. You get Shamani into some space. It doesn't have to be a lot of space, but he's able to pick up good yardage on that quick throw from Wolf. 2nd and 1.
So it wasn't a Grand Central first down, but they are in the Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau red zone. And again, they shift this time to the bottom of your screen. And they're going to give it off to Connor Kundrat, who'll get inside the 10, and it is a Grand Central first down.
Left side, nice push from the offensive line.
When you see 71 and 75, 10 yards downfield, that's a pretty good push, huh, Coach?
Plus, Guzman hit it quick. Nobody could really wrap him up. So, 5-yard line for the Cougar offense.
Gonna run the option, pitch to Kundrat. Kundrat to the end zone. It is a 2 Italian guys. Pizzeria. Cougar touchdown.
I'll tell you who did a good job there. Kundrat obviously with the run, but Wolf, the last second, got the ball away on the pitch, and that's what you want. You're going downhill.
Xander Coleman on for the point after. Movement up front. And Joe, I think we know a certain gentleman who's looking down.
He's saying, let's go for 2.
Talking about the great head coach George Curry. Whenever there was an offsides on a point after and they go half the distance, he'd say, let's go for 2. And somewhere Coach Bookman, I think, is feeling that vibe. The Cougars look like they're going to go for 2. Tyler Wolf comes in with the play call.
They need a yard and a half to convert the 2-point conversion. Let's see what they have in store.
Bookman, he's in the end zone for 2. 5:36 left in the opening quarter. Cougars strike first, and they lead at 8-0.
You've lived with it for too long. That recurring joint or muscle pain that makes everyday tasks a strain and repetitive movement almost impossible. Why put it off? The sooner you seek treatment, the more options you'll have. The faster you'll be back in full stride. The latest non-surgical solutions. The region's only nationally ranked program. That's Orthopedics in Action at Lehigh Valley Health Network.
Hey guys, it's Chad Thomas from Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton. I hope you're enjoying the game. What the heck you doing, Ray?
It's football season.
Personal foul. Unnecessary discounts.
We're taking the deals the other guys won't.
You know it.
Hey guys, at Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton, we realize that teams win championships, individuals win trophies. Come see the award-winning team here at Blaze Alexander Buick GMC.
Personal foul.
Getting the short Barbush Automotive kickoff was Ty LaFave, and he brought it out near the 40.
Marty Kundrat, 5-yard run for the touchdown. P.A.T. Bookman after the offsides against North Pocono. Took it in the end zone for 2. Shimani started it all with a 14-yard punt. 3 plays, 23 yards. The Cougars 8. North Pocono nothing.
Ashton Smith went to the top of your screen as West rolls right. He's being pressured and he is going to be sacked. Brought down by Kayvon Minor.
Minor did a great job covering the field. Looked like he was going to turn up the quarterback. But Minor right there to bring him down. No gain. Second, it looks like maybe even lost a yard.
Three receivers to the top of your screen for the Trojans in white as West rolls that way. Being pressured again, throws and overshot a wide open Ashton Smith. Cougars let him get away there.
Yeah,
the incompletion.
Sprinted left, a lot of time, bited this time, no one on a contain. Had a receiver open at about the 45 of Hazleton, just couldn't quite get the ball there.
And I know you often talk about it, Coach. Quarterbacks rolling to their offside, sometimes that has a tendency to sail on them, and it might have been the case there.
You know what, you got to level your shoulders, you got to make the throw, it's tough to do. And he just aired the ball out there, it was a little high.
5-yard touchdown run by Connor Kundrat and 2-point conversion. Cougars up 8-0 on the Blaze Alexander family dealerships of Hazleton. Scoreboard as that was Xander Coleman with another nice tackle for loss. And I've been remiss on the last couple punts. It's a BLB Auto Sales punt. And once again going back, it'll be Riley Moore. End over end kick. It's going to be corralled by Bookman. Bookman spins and he's going to be out near the 45-yard line. That's where the Cougars will take over. 3:56 remaining in the opening quarter on the Blaze Alexander family dealerships of Greater Hazleton. Scoreboard 8-0 on the Kundrat touchdown run. And the Cougars get it back.
Marty, you know I'm a big fan of return men that can catch the ball and bring it back. Don't let it hit the ground. Bookman did a nice job with that. Hazleton area at their own 47, 48-yard line.
And that's one of the advantages, Joe, of having 2 returners back there. High snap, but Bookman gets the carry. He's got a first down and more. Bookman lowers his shoulder inside the 40 for a Grand Central first down.
I tell you, Bookman, great job. He's gets to the line of scrimmage quickly. Watch this, Marty. Bad snap, a little high. He's able to get up the field by 2 or 3 yards, then takes it outside, picks up good yardage in the first down.
Ball marked at the North Pocono 38, 1st and 10. This is Casadas. They give it to him this time, and Casadas has positive yardage down the sideline, inside the 20, tiptoeing along the sideline. They say he stepped out inside the 20 at about the 19, a gain of 19 and a Grand Central first down.
Casadas is able to get to the corner quickly. He has good speed. You have to realize that if you're a defender and you're trying to make the tackle. And you can't just arm tackle him. He's able to run right out of it.
Cougars are in the Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau red zone for the second straight possession. 1st and 10 from the Trojan 19. Wolf, play action. He's going to sling it out for Mathias. Mathias eludes one tackler. Down the sideline. Mathias to the end zone. The two Italian guys. Pizzeria. Touchdown. All on the effort of Ryan Mathias.
Mathias, quick flat off of that formation, is able to make the catch after a little bobble. And again, North Pocono doing a great job of tackling. Mathias runs out of one tackle and then touchdown.
Coleman on for the point after. Hold is down, kick is up, and good. 3:10 left in the opening quarter. It's 15-0 Cougars.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
Everyday low prices.
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy Stadium for the season premiere of the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton Game of the Week. Cougars up 15-0 here in this opening quarter, 3:10 remaining. It's now time for a Barbush Automotive kickoff by Xander Coleman. End-over-end kick will be taken by Blaine at the 15. Blaine gets to the 25, the 30, and he is going to be brought down at about the 34-yard line. Coleman looked to be on the tackle line. I believe also Connor Kundrak.
Marty, a little bit of pressure here on the North Pocono offense, down by 15. They've been running out of the I formation. Then when they want to throw, they're going trips or slot to both sides. Need to start opening things up in the early downs just to give them a chance.
Fake to Blaine. West keeps taking it to the far sideline. He's got some room. And West will be pushed out of bounds by Casadas. A late flag has been thrown.
Going to have our first penalty, I believe, and now a second because of the offsides on the extra point. I think they're going to get the Cougars for.
Be very interesting to see this call, Joe, because it did seem that Casadas engaged West in the field of play and then ended up driving him out of bounds.
And that's the call, Marty. So they're going to move the ball after a decent run, getting it outside. plus the penalty. We're at Hazleton's 41-yard line. North Pocono is.
So it'll be a Grand Central first down via penalty. As Joe mentioned, from the Cougar 41, 1st and 10. This is West looking for a screen. Got it to Blaine. He's got blockers in front of him. Blaine down the sideline will go out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot. And it looks like it's the 23 of the Cougars, a gain 18 and a Grand Central first down.
Marty Hazleton, Matthews, 19-yard run for the last touchdown. Coleman kick, 3 plays, 44 yards. Bookman, 18-yard punt return, 15-0.
What is this?
Marty, good call by North Pocono. Screen pass. He had the entire front up the field, dumped it off.
I know you've said it plenty of times to slow down an aggressive pass rush, come at him with a screen, but again, they can't get Blaine going offensively to look like Minor and Valdez fight on the tackle.
They're running it at Valdez, and he's accepting the challenge. Obviously, they've gained yardage outside the tackles. They've gained some yardage on the screen pass. And Marty, when I talk about screen pass, I'm talking about tight end screen, wide receiver screen, fullback screen.
2nd and 8 from the 21. Here come the Cougars. West gets rid of it and overshoots his intended receiver, Riley Moore. Great coverage there by Connor Shamani.
Shamani did an excellent job keeping himself between the receiver and the ball. So we're looking at 3rd down, 8 yards. If you're going to throw, you need to get it outside to receiver to the wide field, I would think. See if they can pick up some yardage after the catch, running out of the eye.
They're going to give it to Blaine, and he is hit and pushed backward. That was Sam Porro.
I'll tell you what, Porro did a great job staying right at home on that little counter-type play, forcing a 4th down.
So a loss of 1 makes it 4th down and about 9. And it looks like the Trojan offense will stay on the field. Go for it here. Blaine early on, Joe, 6 carries, 1 yard. West to pass. Going to the end zone for Lefebvre. He got him for a 2. Italian Guys Pizzeria. Trojan touchdown.
I'll tell you what, that was a nice throw by West. Secondary fell asleep on that one. They let the receiver get behind when they started to run. It was too late. He had 2 steps on the defender. So North Pocono comes up with the touchdown.
Junior number 9, Brady Mapes. Point after is up and good. 1:18 left in the opening quarter. 15-7 Cougars.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
BLB Auto Sales, a division of Barbush Automotive. BLB has deals that can't be beat. They carry trucks, vans, SUVs, sedans, and sports cars, and all at the lowest prices. Barbush Automotive can handle all vehicle repairs since they do it all. Check out their specials: oil change and filter, just $19.95. Alignment, $49.95. Professional and good people. Call 570-454-7571.
aided by a personal foul penalty against the Cougars defensively. North Pocono on 4th and 9 converts West to his talented tight end Ty LaFave. Point after good, 15-7 Cougars, and time for a Barbush Automotive kickoff. This time Brady Mapes to kick it way back deep, Casatis and Bookman. Short kick, Minor got it for the Cougars. I'm not so sure it was an onside kick, Joe, but I think they definitely didn't want to kick to either Bookman or Casatis.
No, they wanted to do it, make it short. Minor did a great job there, by the way, recovering that. Like you said, you don't want to call it onside. It was a short kick. Plus the Cougar offense with good field position again.
They'll have it at their own 41, 1st and 10. Shamani to the top of your screen. Casatis at the bottom. They're going to give Mattias a gain of 4. Blaine as well as Zach Hoover on the tackle.
Marty, North Pocono, LaFave 22-yard pass from West. Mapes with the kick, 6 plays, 66 yards, screen pass, penalty, big part of that. 152. It took. West was 2 for 3, 42 yards.
Casatis comes in motion. They're going to run the option the other way, a pitch to Bookman. Bookman gets into Trojan territory. He's slung out of bounds. No flag on that play, but it is a Grand Central first down.
Wolf again running that offense. Made the toss, made the pitch a little early. Watch it here. He's downhill. He's going to be threatened. Makes the toss. Nobody on the pitch, man, and when that happens, especially with Buckman, he picks up decent yardage.
Now let me ask you one thing. Could it be that Wolf and Bookman work so well together that Bookman calls for it?
Oh, could be. Yes. Once they get to know each other.
Bookman got the first down carry there for a gain of about 3, and this should be the last play of the opening quarter as Coach Bookman pointed to the scoreboard. So the clock is going to wind down under 5 seconds through a quarter. Hazleton area 15, North Pocono 7. You're watching the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton Game of the Week on WYLN.
Hazleton area 15, North Pocono 7.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years. Tyrone Supermarket, 819 Alta Street in Hazleton. Quality since 1941, specializing in a variety of beef, steaks, chops, chicken, and homemade specialty items. 570-455-1565.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy Stadium. Start of the second quarter. Hazleton area up 15-7. They have a 2nd and 7 from the Trojan 45. Cougars going from left to right on your screen to start this second quarter. Three receivers set to the top of your screen. Play action and dumping it off to Casatis is Wolf. Casatis trying to get to the outside. He's got a first down and more. Casatis inside the 30 to about the 28. Good for a Grand Central first down.
Short pass about maybe 8 or 9 yards. Casatis turns it into a big play. There you see him. Good move. Goes to the outside. Has the speed to get there. Marty, first quarter. Hazleton 71 rushing yards, 28 passing, 99 total. North Pocono 8 rush, 42 passing, 50 total yards of offense.
Joe, looking at Matthew Casadas with some of those moves, I'd be afraid if I tried some of those, I might lose an ankle.
I know my hip would be gone.
This is Bookman in the open field, brought down inside the 10. Good for another Grand Central first down.
Bookman with a great move. He plants and turns it up the field to get a look at it. Right here. He's going to stop, and he's taking it up the field. He gets some decent downfield block from Casadas. And again, it doesn't have to be a crushing block downfield, but if you can just shadow the defender with Bookman's speed and ability to make a cut.
From the Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau red zone, 1st and goal from the 8. Bookman cut it back and gets inside the 3. Looks like they'll mark it at the 2, a gain of 6.
You know what, Marty? Look at Bookman. He took that ball, it looked like he was stopped at the 5 or 6 yard line, is able to cut it back, takes it down to the 3.
As I mentioned, Cougars in the Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau red zone, 2nd and goal as you look at the Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships of Greater Hazleton. Scoreboard 15-7. Cougars looking to add to that lead with 2nd and goal. Wolf rolls right, throws, that's another touchdown to Ryan Matthews, and it is a Two Italian Guys Pizzeria.
I'll tell you what, Wolf does a great job of getting the ball there. Matthews, again, in the flat, makes the catch, good hands. Offensive line did what they needed to do. Nobody threatened Wolf. Cougars look impressive.
And Joe, we've talked about Bookman, Casadas, Shamani tonight. A touchdown for Quindrat, 2 for Matthews. Coleman's kick is up and good. 10-13 left in the opening half. It's now 22-7 Cougars.
You've lived with it for too long. That recurring joint or muscle pain that makes everyday tasks a strain and repetitive movement almost impossible. Why put it off? The sooner you seek treatment, the more options you'll have. The faster you'll be back in full stride. The latest non-surgical solutions. The region's only nationally ranked program. That's Orthopedics in Action at Lehigh Valley Health Network.
Two Italian Guys Pizzeria, 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazleton has all your favorites, from pizza, hoagies, salads, entrees, wings, and sides. Always made with the freshest ingredients. Call them at 570-459-2783. Memberships are available at the Valley Country Club in Sugarloaf. The new upgrades will leave you with a distinctive and unique experience unlike any other venue in Northeast PA. Call Frank Gradis, 570-233-5328. Email vccpro@thevalleycountryclub.com.
3 consecutive Cougar possessions end in touchdowns as Coleman is on for the Barbush Automotive kickoff. Cougars leading 22-7 with 10-13 left in the half. Coming up at the half, we'll have the Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau halftime highlights along with the Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships of Greater Hazleton halftime scoreboard. So we invite you to stay tuned for that coming up at the half, including halftime stats compiled by our very own Jim Burns. And what you just saw did not happen as whistles stopped the play.
Coming back.
We'll do the Barbush Automotive kickoff again.
Marty, while we're waiting, Matthews, 2-yard touchdown pass from Wolf. Coleman, kick, 7 plays, 59 yards, 3 minutes, 5 seconds. Bookman, 4 carries, 36 yards.
The 5-yard penalty gives the Cougars the ball at the 35 to kick away on the Barbush Automotive kickoff. And it's going to be taken at the 25. This is going to be Smith. And Smith is still on his feet, and I believe grabbing him around the legs and waiting for help was number 17, Alex Pungrazi for Hazleton area. Ball be marked at the Trojan 39, 1st and 10. Well, yes, Joe. if you were here, you're very confused as to why the Warriors are playing the Lions.
Yes.
Apparently a computer malfunction. They're having trouble changing the names on the scoreboard. So the Cougars tonight are Warriors.
Okay, I got it now.
Okay.
I was a little concerned.
West back to pass, going deep for Blaine, and just out of his reach, incomplete. He had gotten by Shamani.
I'll tell you what, defensively, the secondary is waiting till the defender is right on them before they try to make a defensive move. West has shown he can throw the ball. You cannot. Now, I don't know whether Shamani was thinking somebody else was going to be over the top, but they got burned once for a touchdown.
And that last replay, a great look on the S.J. Kowalski replay. 2nd and 10 from the 39. West faked to Blaine, spun in the middle, and got brought down after a gain of about 4 by Valdez.
Valdez doing a nice job defensively tonight for the Cougars. West did a nice job on the fake, was able to hide the ball a little bit, picks up about 4, going to have 3rd and almost 7 as they come out trips with the shotgun, and we're going to have a timeout.
Timeout North Pocono, they trail 22-7.
Good timeout, I think, by Coach Dolan, Marty. In a situation where he's down 15, needs to pick up about 7 for the first down. Wanted to make sure that he had people in the right place. Let's see if it works out for him.
So we're looking at 3rd and 6, Joe, and this could be critical. You really don't want to give the ball right back to Hazleton area offensively. West rolls left, being pressured, throws, and again it sailed on him. He was looking for Ashton Smith. Incomplete, it'll bring up 4th down.
We go back to what we talked about earlier. He's going opposite. He's a right-hander going left, and he's skying the ball a little bit because he can't get his shoulders around. So that ball's going to float on him, and that's exactly what happened. Going to punt it away now, Marty. And as you said, that was a critical. You really don't want to give the Cougars the ball back.
Bookman and Shamani back deep for this BLB Auto Sales punt, a low squibbing kick. It's going to be taken by Shamani, trying to bring it to the near side. Now he's going to take it back to the far side. Great coverage by North Pocono, but Shamani escapes to turn it into a positive return across the 25 for Connor Shamani.
Looked like he was going to be trapped inside the 20, but made a move outside, and with his speed that we've talked about, here you see it. Right now he is at about the 18. Now he's going to go outside, runs out of a tackle, and turns it up. North Pocono not doing a great job of wrapping their arms when they tackle.
So 8:56 remains in the opening half. Cougars have it from their own 29, 1st and 10. Casadas gets it again, this time to the near side. Casadas breaks one tackle. He's in open field. They are not going to get Matthew Casadas, who'll go 71 yards for the Cougar. 2 Italian guys, Pizzeria. Touchdown.
I tell you what, Marty. took the turn up the field and put a spurt on. And he was up the field very quickly, and that's why North Pocono didn't want to give the ball back to the Cougars. They go up 28-7, looking to make it 29.
And you saw the speed and explosion of Matthew Casadas on that play. Shamani to hold, and he bobbles it, picks it up, and he'll be tackled by Wickheiser. So point after no good. 8:44 left in the half. Cougar lead now 28-7.
Hey guys, it's Chad Thomas from Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton. I hope you're enjoying the game. What the heck you doing, Ray?
It's football season.
Personal foul. Unnecessary discounts.
We're taking the deals the other guys won't.
You know it.
Hey guys, at Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton, we realize that teams win championships, individuals win trophies. Come see the award-winning team here at Blaze Alexander Buick GMC.
Personal foul.
Sally Purcell's Country Inn in Sugarloaf. Open daily, Tuesday through Sunday. Stop in for lunch. Join us on Wednesday for wing night, Thursday for rib night. For weekend specials and reservations, call Sally's at 570-384-3478.
Didn't take the Cougars long to increase their lead to 28-7. We got a Barbush Automotive kickoff coming up by Zendon Coleman. High kick, bobbled and downed. I believe that was Wickheiser downing it at the 20. They'll officially say the 26. S.J. Kowalski replay of that touchdown, Joe.
Here you see it. Right there, he stops, great block there, found the crease, he runs through and by two of the secondary, Hazleton area, Casadas, 71-yard run. Fumbled to the PAT, one play, 12 seconds, 71 yards, and Marty, Cougars up by 21.
North Pocono down 21. West, a quick drop, pass out complete to Ashton Smith, and he is met in the open field by Shamani.
I'll tell you what, excellent job. Quick throw to the wide receiver. Now it's just Shamani and the receiver, and Shamani does a great job of bringing him down. Tough tackle to make in open field.
Limiting the pass play to a gain of 3. We're approaching 8 minutes left in the half on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships of Greater Hazleton scoreboard. Blaze Alexander Family Dealership of Greater Hazleton have the halftime scoreboard. Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau the halftime highlights, and Jim Burns will compile the halftime stats. So we invite you to stay tuned for that coming up at the half.
That's the quick hitter with the fullback, Marty. Picked up a couple, making it third down, about 5. North Pocono is the first half, Marty. They're really looking at third down plays that are 5, 6, 7, 8 yards, tough to convert.
But I think you can handle, Joe, 3rd and 4. Blaine in motion to the bottom of your screen. West is going to throw it out there quickly. Coming on was Matthew Bookman defensively. It fell incomplete, but I'm not really sure how much Blaine would have got because Bookman was charging quickly.
Bookman was coming up the field. The pass was low just in front of Blaine. Couldn't handle it. So, with 7:14 left after the incompletion, North Pocono's going to have to punt it away again. Looks like pretty good field position for the Cougars.
BLB Auto Sales punt by one Riley Moore. The left footer gets it off. It's going to take one bounce and continue to roll in North Pocono's favor before going out of bounds. Officially looks like the 22-yard line of the Cougars, where they take over with 7:05 left in the half.
Cusatis' 71-yard run was a forward pass, if I'm not mistaken.
And a late flag back behind the play. Holding against the Cougars.
It's going to push them back a little farther, Marty. I mentioned Cusatis' 71-yard run. It looked like it was a forward pass. That's good for statistics.
So the penalty will be marched off all the way back to the 12. I believe worst starting field position for the Cougars tonight.
So we went from decent field position, we thought, with the penalty and the punt.
And going straight up the middle is Bookman, has a first down and more. He says what penalty as he gets out near the 39. A gain of almost 30 and a Grand Central first down.
I tell you what, offensive line, excellent job. Bookman hits that thing very quickly, and he runs by people. He's at the second level before the linebackers recognize it, and he's able to take it for a huge gain.
7 carries, 86 yards on the night for Matthew Bookman as Cusatis in motion to the top of your screen on 1st and 10. Looking for Shamani. A stop and go, and coming back defensively nicely was Noah West.
I tell you what, West did a nice job staying with the route. Shamani ran a little stop and up the field. Wolf made a decent throw, but West defensively for North Pocono in the line of sight. Tough to make that catch.
Cougars used that play in the opener against Pittston area for a touchdown for Shamani. It's going to be a draw to Bookman. This time North Pocono, not fooled. A host of white jerseys bring him down for a gain of 1.
Looked like a sprint draw type play. Bookman trying to go back to the left side. North Pocono with a good defensive play, so they're forcing the Cougars to a 3rd down and about 8.
Wolf to pass. He's looking, rolling, dumps it off to Kundrat. Kundrat into Trojan territory where he is brought down by Riley Moore, but not before he picks up another Grand Central first down.
Wolf did a great job there knowing where he was on the field and getting rid of the ball before the line of scrimmage. Here you're going to see it. Good block up the field. Now Wolf comes. He's about 2 yards short. Makes a good throw. Good catch. First down, Cougars.
Bookman. He's going to get about 5 on first down. Joe, I'd be remiss if we did not mention this time of year. Happy anniversary to Jim and Rita Burns, but very significant, Joe. Last Friday was the big 50. So congratulations and happy anniversary.
I say the same thing every year. She's a saint.
For dealing with which one?
Both of you.
Well. 2nd and 5 from the 36. Approaching 4.5 minutes remaining in the opening half. 28-7 Cougars. Wolf across the middle. In and out of the hands of Casadas and intercepted. It's picked off by Riley Moore. Moore down the sideline. And Moore is going to be hauled down at the Cougar 41.
Yeah, they kept maximum protection, tried to make that throw inside. Wolf makes the throw. Casadas just couldn't hang on. Good defensive play by Riley Moore.
So North Pocono with a chance to get back in this game, set up by their defense. The first turnover of the night is a pick by Riley Moore. They have it 1st and 10 at the Cougar 40. West being pressured, dumps it off for Blaine, looking for his screen. He got hit by Coleman, falls incomplete. Between the coverage on Blaine and the pressure, Hazleton area blew it up.
Yeah, they sat right on this. There's the pressure, makes the throw. Great move to the ball. So 2nd down and 10 after that incompletion.
Sideline warning against the North Pocono sideline. I'm guessing unhappy with the hit on Blaine.
Well, I'm watching games on TV and I'm saying, then they're looking at it for targeting. I don't know that he was that high to get the helmet or the head involved, but it was a strong hit.
They're going to give it to Wickheiser. Coming through is Sam Porro to be the first one to bring him down. He's going to lose a yard.
Porro playing a good game defensively also for the Cougars, forcing a 3rd down again. And here you see it out of the I formation. Again, 4 or 5 Cougars in on the tackle. If I had to guess here, knowing what North Pocono's done, they're going to go downfield.
West had to tuck it and run as he was under pressure.
They were trying to go downfield. A good rush by that front for the Cougars. So we're going to see a 4th down here, about 8 yards. And there you see it as he steps back. Now we got a rush.
Robert Anderson applied the pressure.
Robert Anderson was the first one up the field. North Pocono's going to try to pick up the 1st down, I believe.
4th and 7 from the Cougar 37, trailing 28-7. The Trojans appear to be going for it. They may take this down and take the timeout. To discuss.
I think you need to look at, Marty, if you're North Pocono, do you turn it, as they do call the timeout? Do you kick it? Might go in the end zone, so now you're looking at the ball at the 20. Do you try to go for it? You give it up. Then they'll take it over at the Cougars would if they've held at the 36 or 7 yard line.
Coming up at the half, the halftime scoreboard will be brought to you by Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships of Greater Hazleton. We'll have halftime stats compiled by our very own Jim Burns. May even hear, I believe, marching down to the left end zone the North Pocono Marching Band, as well as got a look at first half highlights, which are brought to you by the Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau. So a lot going on at the half. We invite you to stay tuned for that coming up at halftime.
License plate is MBA 8900.
So it is 4th and 7 for the Trojans. Blaine back in the game in motion to the bottom of your screen. West looking that way, throws and overshot his tight end Lefebvre, and the Cougars will hold on downs.
Blaine threw that from a drop back position. Still got a little elevation on the ball. So good defensive series by the Cougars. They'll take over with 2:29 left in the half.
Joe, starting from their own 37, as you mentioned, the 229 that you see on the Blaise Alexander Family Dealerships of Greater Hazleton scoreboard. The key are those 3 stripes underneath the Hazleton logo. 3 timeouts remaining. Remember, the Cougars kicked off to open the game, so steal a possession here, maybe get a score, and then you're going to get the ball to start the third.
Use the sideline plus your timeouts. That's a possibility, Marty, especially with the playmakers that the Cougars have.
Going to sling it out to Mattias. Mattias got minimal yardage as the Trojans read it nicely defensively. Lefebvre was there, as well was Gallant.
Short gain on the play of 2, bringing up 2nd and 8.
Wolf getting the play.
Clock under 2 minutes remaining on the Blaise Alexander Family Dealerships of Greater Hazleton second quarter scoreboard. We're going to give it to Bookman. Bookman into Trojan territory. He's got a Grand Central first down.
Clock is stopped for the first down, so they don't have to use a timeout as they get to the line of scrimmage.
And on his 10th carry, Bookman over 100 yards at 108. Wolf checks to the sideline. And 1st and 10 from the Trojan 48. Clock continues to run. Wolf throws to Casadas. And Casadas dances his way out of bounds after a gain of 6, but more importantly, gets out of bounds to stop the clock at 107.
So they still have the 3 timeouts. Picked up about 7 yards there, so 6 or 7. We're going to looking at 2nd and a long 3 or 4 yards. Hazleton running trips to the left side, wide receiver right side, single back.
Wolf gets it to Casadas. And he got hit in the middle by Hoover, but not before he picked up a Grand Central first down. As Joe mentioned, on first downs, clock will stop. 101 down to the 36.
Casadas, quick stop inside. And then, as you mentioned, Marty, Hoover with a nice tackle on him.
Clock continuing to run, approaching 45 seconds left in the half. 1st and 10 Cougars from the Trojan 36. Wolf to pass, pumps, cross the middle, a little behind Casadas, incomplete.
Had some receivers running different or deep routes, tried to hit Casadas underneath and let him run with it. Incomplete. 36.8 seconds left.
Three receivers set to the bottom of your screen. Casatis, Bookman, and Shamani. Wolf looking that way, tipped up in the air and picked off. This time making the interception is Ryan Marsh. Had a chance in the first quarter, fell incomplete. Not this time, tipped it up in the air and he came up with the turnover.
I think he was looking for Casatis right there. Great job defensively.
Be interested to hear, but I'm thinking Tyler Wolf didn't see Marsh there at all.
Yeah, trying to overthrow. It looked like he was trying to get a little elevation on the ball, but Marsh, great athletic play, got up in the air, knocked it down. You may be right, Marty. He was so intent on looking for Casadas.
North Pocono will come out throwing. Blaine hit immediately for a very short gain, if any at all. I believe that was Bookman on the tackle. North Pocono takes their second timeout with 20 seconds remaining, down 28-7.
I think one of the things you look at, Marty, is if you're North Pocono, you want to try to get the ball down the field, obviously, but you also want to avoid a turnover, which could be disastrous.
I want to remind you, premiering Wednesday at 7 is Sports Talk with Hazleton area head football coach Dennis Bookman, the weekly source for Hazleton area high school football. Coach Bookman will go over tonight's North Pocono game. Look ahead to a road game next week against the Wolfpack of Wilkes-Barre area and have a special guest from the Cougar football program. Sports Talk with Hazleton area head coach Dennis Bookman starting Wednesday night at 7 here on WILN. Call it 2nd and 9 for the Trojans. West out of the gun, pumps, under pressure, throws downfield, and it'll fall incomplete. Valdez, among others, on the pressure of West.
Plus defensive secondary coverage was decent. Route down the sideline. So, incomplete. Third down for the Trojans, although they're listed as the Lions.
If you're in attendance here, it is 3rd and 8 for the Lions. Trailing 28-7 to the Warriors. They're going to hand it off to Wickheiser, who will get out across the 45 to the 46. Neither team looks like they want to use timeouts, and the clock will wind down to zeros. Through a half in the home opener for the Cougars of Hazleton area. They're halfway to 3-0, Joe, leading it. As this is the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton Game of the Week. Cougars 28, North Pocono 7. Coming up, we'll have the Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships of Greater Hazleton halftime scoreboard, Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau halftime highlights, Jim Burns' halftime stats, and much more. You're watching the Lehigh Valley Health Network Game of the Week, Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton Game of the Week, here on WILN.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WILN.
Coming soon to the Wilty Center at the Historic Castle, 700 North Wyoming Street in Hazleton, it's Jukebox Heroes Live. Check it out October 14th. The show starts at 8 and the tickets are available at eventbrite.com.
We welcome you back to the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton Game of the Week. At the half, Hazleton area looking to go 3-0, leading it 28-7. For the first time this year, getting a look at halftime stats compiled by our very own Jim Burns. It's brought to you by the Pocono Mountains Visitors Bureau.
Marty, first downs, North Pocono 3, the Cougars 12. Yards rushing, 143. Bookman, a lot of yards in the first half. 21 for North Pocono yards rushing. Passing 47 for the Trojans, 151 for the Cougars. Total yards 294. Hazleton area, 68 total yards. North Pocono. 2 turnovers. Wolf has thrown the ball well, but tried to throw to Casadas inside, tipped, intercepted. And then, as you mentioned, Marty, I don't know if he saw Riley, I believe, underneath. I'm sorry. Marsh underneath. Marsh made a great play. Intercepted. No penalties for the Trojans. 3 penalties, 30 yards for the Cougars.
That has been the Pocono Mountains Visitors Bureau halftime stats compiled by our very own Jim Burns. That has the Cougars up 28-7. And we're going to see the Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau halftime highlights. That'll show that 28-7 lead in video form, Joe. Second possession for the Cougars, they went 3 plays, 23 yards, set up by a Shamani punt return. And here was a catch and run by Shamani that got the Cougars inside the 15 to the 14. And a hard run here by Connor Kundrat all the way down to the 5. And it'll set up the option. Wolf pitching to Kundrat from 5 yards out. Cougars would go up 6-0. And an offsides penalty on the kick, on the point after. Cougars went for 2. Bookman went in for 2. It was 8-0 Cougars. Their next possession. Casadas taking it to the near sideline, tiptoeing his way on the sideline. And that would set up an all effort by Ryan Matthews. Bobbles there, eludes one tackler and goes down the sideline, 19 yards out. Cougars would lead 15-0. But North Pocono would answer. They go 6 plays, 65 yards. West 42 yards through the air, 22 coming here on 4th down to his favorite target, the tight end LaFave. And it was 15-7 Cougars. Second quarter action. Casadas with some shifty maneuvering. We get a big gain on the pass play from Wolf. Then Bookman had 4 carries, 36 yards, a big chunk right there. 1st and goal. And it would lead from the 2. Wolf rolling out, finding Matthews to making it 22-7 Cougars. We're officially going to call it a shovel pass play to Casadas, but you get to see his athletic ability and speed from 71 yards out. Point after was no good, and the Cougars would lead it 28-7. That has been the Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau halftime stats and highlights. Cougars lead it 28-7. We'll be back with third quarter action.
You've lived with it for too long. That recurring joint or muscle pain that makes everyday tasks a strain and repetitive movement almost impossible. Why put it off? The sooner you seek treatment, the more options you'll have. The faster you'll be back in full stride. The latest non-surgical solutions. The region's only nationally ranked program. That's Orthopedics in Action at Lehigh Valley Health Network.
Hey guys, this is Chad Thomas from Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton. I hope you're enjoying the game. What the heck you doing, Ray?
Football season!
Personal foul. Unnecessary discounts.
We're taking the deals the other guys won't.
You know it.
Hey guys, at Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton, we realize that teams win championships, individuals win trophies. Come see the award-winning team here at Blaze Alexander Buick GMC.
Personal foul.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
Welcome back to the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton Game of the Week, the season premiere. Hazleton area in their home opener in front at the half, 28-7. Some individual stats from that opening half for North Pocono. Quarterback Noah West had 4 carries, 15 yards. Great job by Hazleton area defensively. Joe Michael Blaine, 6 carries, 4 a yard. Team-wise, 15 carries, 21 yards, 1.4 yards per carry. West throwing is 4 of 11, 47 yards and a touchdown. His big target, Lefebvre, held to 1 catch, but it was for a touchdown and 22 yards. For Hazleton area, Matthew Bookman, 10 carries, 106 yards. Matthew Casadas, 1 carry, 19 yards. Connor Kundrat, 3 for 14 and a touchdown. They're averaging 9.5 yards per carry. Tyler Wolf, 9 of 14 passing, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Matthew Casadas, 4 catches, 100 yards and a touchdown. Ryan Matyas, 3 catches, 23 yards and 2 touchdowns. Connor Kundrat, 1 for 19. Cougars have run 29 plays to 26. Ironically, North Pocono has the time of possession advantage, Joe, 12:50 to 11:10. Third down, not the friend of either team. North Pocono 0 for 8. Hazleton area 0 for 1.
I'll tell you what, if your backs are averaging 9.5 yards a carry, your offensive line's doing a good job, and they have some backs that can get there very quickly, there being the line of scrimmage.
Mapes on for the Barbush Automotive kickoff, taken by one of the upmen, and that, I believe, is Matyas. Scooped it up and got it to the Cougar 43. Great starting field position for the Cougars. Want to let everybody know that week number 4 of the high school football season, our second game of the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton Game of the Week. Joe, how lucky do you get?
Home game.
Back-to-back home games. Look at that. Williamsport next week, Wilkes-Barre area in 2 weeks. Home games for our very own Joe DeMelfi. Each night will be on the air from Crispin Field, live at 7. And at the bottom there, round out September, we'll head to Monoy area to see our good friends at Monoy Area High School. They play host to Marion Catholic. Our next 3 contests of the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton Game of the Week, as Bookman picks up about 2 on first down.
Ran it off the left side, Marty. Bookman picked up a couple, but again, right there is Lefebvre to make the tackle. Ty Lefebvre, senior, 6'1", 225.
Three receivers set to the top of your screen. Shamani one-on-one coverage at the bottom. They're going to hand the ball off to Kundrat. His hard running gets him 2 yards to the 47, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
Kundrat has done a nice job running the ball tonight, picks up a couple, forces one of the few 3rd downs and more than 5 yards for the Cougars.
Joe, Jim Burns quick to point out only the second time Hazleton area has faced a third down tonight. This is 3rd and 6. Wolf slings it out. Bookman trying to cut it back. Eluded one tackler, and he's very close to the first down, depending on the spot. Looking at that official on the far sideline, Joe, looks like it's going to be about a 4th and 1.
4th and 1. That time North Pocono had several players there. Bookman made that inside move, but North Pocono doing a decent job. It's 4th and 1. Let's see what Coach Bookman and his staff have put together here as they come to the line of scrimmage to go for it.
Wolf came running out with the play. Looks like a show of a pistol type look. Looked like North Pocono may have been offsides. Bookman appears to have enough for the Grand Central first down.
I think, yeah, just barely, Marty, but no flags on the field.
LaFave certainly looked like he got quite a jump there.
Yeah, he did.
You got to move the chains. Greg Zimchak wound the clock. They hadn't even moved the chains yet.
That was LaFave, and he gets up the field, but not enough to make the stop.
Ball at the Trojan 47, 1st and 10. Bookman will come out wide to the bottom of your screen, one-on-one coverage. Here comes Casadas. They fake to him. Wolf to Shamani! Inside the 30. Now they're going to say incomplete. The opposing coaches are saying incomplete.
Looks like he lost it right at the end going down. Nice throw by Wolf. There's the catch. There's the ball. Bounced on the ground. Looked like he had it, but couldn't hold on, so we're going to have a 2nd and 10. Clock stopped with 9:16 left, 3rd quarter.
I don't know about you, Joe. It certainly looked like he had 2 feet down and made a move. Now, the ball did come out, but I'm almost thinking catch fumble that he recovered, but the officials say incomplete. 2nd and 10. This is Bookman trying to get to the outside. Marsh and LaFave bring him down inside the 45. Give him a gain of 3.
Going to look at a 3rd and more than 5 again for the Cougars. It's going to be 3rd and about 7 or 8.
3rd and 6 for the Cougars at the Trojan 44-yard line.
Bookman just couldn't turn it up there, Marty. He had to stay flat. By flat, I mean sideline to sideline instead of getting it up the field.
Play action. Wolf finds Shamani down to the 30 for a Grand Central first down.
I'll tell you what, it was a good route. Wolf, it's dropped back. Great job by that offensive line. A lot of time to throw it. Shamani waited till the secondary got some depth and turned it up underneath. Good route. Great blocking up front by that front offensive front. Cougars 1st and 10 right at the 30, it looks like.
Clock approaching, 8 minutes remaining in the 3rd on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships of Greater Hazleton scoreboard. And Bookman gets the carry for about 5 or 6.
Bookman working on 125, 130 yards rushing. But it looks like North Pocono here in the second half is doing a better job, Marty, getting to the ball quicker. So those gains are 4 or 5 yards, not 15 or 20.
It's now at 14 carries, 118 yards on the night, Joe.
That was close.
2nd and 4 from the 24. Wolf fake cap, and North Pocono brought him down. Leading the charge to begin was Mason Richards, wearing 72, a big sophomore.
Richards did a good job. I don't know if Wolf was looking to run the ball or going to look down the field, but Richards made sure that he didn't either and made the tackle.
So the loss of 5 makes it 3rd and 9. Fake the draw. Wolf gets it away in the quick hitter. Matthews comes down with it. Down to the 14 and a Grand Central first down.
Tell you what, Marty, that was a big-time catch. A lot of people around. Wolf did a nice job getting it in there, but Matthews really did a great job on the catch. First down.
And the training staff came out to check Matthews as he took a big hit. So he'll head to the sidelines. Cougars in the Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau. Red zone, 1st and 10 from the Trojan 14.
Toughest place to make a catch, Marty, when you're surrounded by defenders. Great concentration by Matthews.
Shamani at the bottom of your screen. 3 receivers to the top, but they'll give to Bookman. Broke 1 tackle. Bookman got by a second before Lefebvre brought him down inside the 10. Gain of about 6 on first down.
Draw play. Good pressure up the field by North Pocono, but Buckman was able to get it up the field.
Ball marked at the Trojan 8. 2nd and 4. Pongrazi to the top of your screen. Casadas and Shamani at the bottom. Wolf rolls, dumps to Kundrat. To a tiny guy's pizzeria. Cougar touchdown.
I'll tell you what, Marty, that's the 3rd flat pass. That Wolf, 2 to Matthews, 1 to Kundrat. 3 touchdowns. Cougars move the ball effectively down the field, and they will go up 34-7. Timeout. We have a flag, Marty.
So I apologize. We may not have a touchdown there. Not really sure what Greg Zimchak and his crew is going to call here. Very late on the call. Wonder if this is after the touchdown. So it's going to be 2nd down after the 10-yard penalty. They said an ineligible man downfield. That was declined. North Pocono took the holding penalty. So it'll bring it back to the 19-yard line.
So we're going to have 2nd and about 14, Marty. Close to that anyhow.
.532 remaining in the 3rd, 28-7 Cougars. Wolf looks right now. He's going to come back left for Casadas. There was some bumping downfield, but it goes incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He had Casadas going right to left behind the secondary. Wolf was going to his right and throw it back. And now we're looking at 3rd down.
I jumped the gun there, Joe.
It's okay, Marty.
Good luck in the 2022 season to Coach Dennis Bookman, his coaching staff, players, and cheerleaders from Ron Marchetti and family. 3rd and long for the Cougars. Wolf rolls right, being pressured. Now he's just going to get rid of it to the sideline. Wolf lost his helmet on the hit. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Thinking about, I was going to see a flag, but no call. So,
I believe Wolf has to leave for a play, which is why he is on the sideline. So very interesting what they're going to do here. It looks like Matthew Bookman's going to come in with the play. I wonder if they would almost run maybe a wildcat look. The Let's see if Bookman has the opportunity to throw. It's a 5-receiver set. Bookman's going to look to try to run with it. Bookman breaking tackles. Bookman, what an effort! Touchdown Cougars! It's a Two Italian Guys Pizzeria! Touchdown on the great effort by Matthew Bookman!
I'll tell you what, Marty, spread the field and let Bookman run with it, which is exactly what they did. Watch this. He's going to go outside, changed his mind, and cuts it back. Talked about poor tackling, and that was a big part of that as the extra point goes up and is good.
5:10 left in the third. Cougars lead at 35-7.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
Have you ever experienced that super pushy salesperson who follows you all around? Not here.
Or wandered around that big box store looking for help in the appliance department, only to find the pink guy? Not here.
And we have an experienced, courteous sales staff here to help you find the perfect mattress, piece of furniture, or appliance with no pressure.
And don't forget, everyday low prices.
You always get a feel-good shopping experience at Grand Central in Hazleton.
After the Cougars go up 35-7, the Barbush Automotive kickoff was taken by Wickizer, but he fielded it with a knee on the ground. So North Pocono will have it at their own 34.
Kicked short again, Marty. Don't know if that's what they wanted, but when the North Pocono player fielded the ball, his knee went down automatically. The play is dead. Bookman, 18-yard run. Coleman with the kick. 14 plays, 57 yards. Bookman, 6 carries, 36 yards.
Other than the touchdown, maybe one of the more successful pass plays tonight for North Pocono. West to Smith for a Grand Central first down to the 44 and a gain of 10.
North Pocono trying to generate some offense, Marty. They have not had a lot of it.
Toss to Blaine. Blaine's got some running room. He's into Cougar territory before Bookman brings him down at the 41.
I'll tell you what, Michael Blaine hit the line of scrimmage pretty quickly himself. So 2 big plays for North Pocono as Blaine turns it up the field, shows some speed.
That S.J. Kowalski replay showed the gain of 16 to the Cougar 40 and the Grand Central first down.
So North Pocono generating a little offense here, down by 28. Need to get it into the end zone.
Another high snap, bobbled by West. He rolls right, but he's under a lot of pressure. Got it away nicely for a completion. Great job by Noah West. He found Lefebvre, his tight end.
And he's made that throw under big pressure from the Cougars, and Lefebvre was able to make the catch.
They're going to give it to Gallant, the fullback. Gets a couple of yards. About a yard or two shy of the first.
That play is effective when you have your tailback. Remember when USC ran that with great tailbacks they had? The fullback would always come up with some decent stats because defense becomes so fixated on the tailback that the fullback's able to pop it. So we have a 3rd and 2 now, Marty.
This will be Blaine coming through as Coleman to drop him for a big loss.
Coleman, good job defensively. Zender Coleman splits that offensive line, forcing the 4th down.
So it will be 4th down coming up and about 5 to go for the Trojans. 2 minutes and counting left in the third on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships of Greater Hazleton. Third quarter scoreboard. Another bobbled snap. West got rid of it and high and incomplete. Looking for more.
Again, West throwing from a drop back. Just again, ball a little high. Good coverage.
And we have an injured Cougar on the far sideline. Injured Cougar appears to be Connor Shamani.
Looked like they were trying to stretch the leg out. A little bit of a cramping situation. Cougars take over, 35-yard line, their own. 1:51 left, third quarter.
So after the turnover on downs, Cougars get it back from their own 35, 1st and 10.
Hey, first time I've seen the Cougars, Marty. They have impressed me tonight in all phases of the game.
And I believe that was. Oh, we'll wait and see. I thought that one might have been Mattias.
First down on that run.
Mattias did get the carry, picks up the Grand Central first down, but another injured Cougar And it almost looks like another cramping situation for Hazleton area.
Yeah, I think little humidity, Marty, early in the season. You have to stay hydrated, not only during the game, but before the game.
So it gives us a perfect opportunity to remind you that week number 4 of the high school football season, our second game of the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton Game of the Week, gives Coach DeMelfi a home game. The Berwick Bulldogs.
Berwick's
Hey, Coach?
You know, Marty, playing okay. They just can't get that first win. They have Abington Heights tomorrow afternoon, and
need to put 4 quarters together, Coach, and
Coach Bennett and his staff are doing a good job. They just, as you said, can't put those 4 quarters together. See if they can do that tomorrow. Then, as you mentioned, Williamsport next week.
The Williamsport Berwick here on WYLN next Friday night at 7 from Crispin Field. Toss play to Bookman. Cuts it back. Flag is down. And this may be a hold.
It
is the case.
It is a hold, Marty. So that will back up the Cougars.
Greg Zumchak saw the hold, calls it, and North Pocono will repeat first down and march off the 10 yards. We'll go back to the 39, making it 1st and 17, Joe.
I mentioned this earlier, Marty. North Pocono doing a better job, the backside of the defense doing a better job staying home. And when the backs tried to cut back,
Marsh, among others, strung out that end around by Casatis nicely to bring him down for a loss of about 5.
Here you see Casatis, no opportunity to turn it up the field. And there you see why. 4 North Pocono players right there. So they're playing better defensively the second half. The problem is you're down 28. You need the ball, and we're nearing the end of the third quarter.
Now they called a face mask. The one confusing thing to me, Joe, they said second down. That was a first down play. Shouldn't this still be first down?
If there's the penalty,
I'm a little
confused
on
myself.
the downs. It says second. They have it on the scoreboard and across the way, but I think it should still be first down. But I may be incorrect, which would not be the first time, Joe. Casatis the catch. Casatis down the sideline. Casatis breaks the tackle. They'll say he stepped out of bounds, but not before he picked up a Grand Central first down.
You know what, Marty? When you have a player with athletic abilities, he has speed, you get it out to him, he can make the big play. And Hazleton area has a couple of those players right now. Buckman, Casatis, Matthews, Gundrat. I mean, they're doing a very nice job getting the ball there. Wolf is really doing a good job driving the bus.
On a delay handoff, Bookman will be brought down after a short gain. Getting him from behind was Richards, the sophomore. As the ball be marked at the Trojan 30, and this may be the last play of the third quarter. As the clock continues to run, and it looks like Coach Bookman will elect to go to the opposite end of the field. Through 3. Hazleton area 35, North Pocono 7. You're watching the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton Game of the Week on WYLN.
BLB Auto Sales, a division of Barbush Automotive. They carry trucks, vans, SUVs, sedans, and sports cars, and all at the lowest prices. Barbush Automotive can handle all vehicle repairs since they do it all. Call 570-454-7571.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years. Coming soon to the Wilty Center at the historic castle, 700 North Wyoming Street in Hazleton, it's Satisfaction, celebrating the Rolling Stones' 60th anniversary. Check it out September 22nd. Tickets are available at eventbrite.com.
Through 3 quarters, Tyler Wolf, 13 of 21, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 215 yards. Matthew Casadas, 5 catches, 130 yards and a touchdown. Matthew Bookman, 18 carries, 147 yards and a Cougar touchdown. A great effort in that third quarter for the lone score by Matthew Bookman. Here on 2nd and 8, this is Bookman again, leaning his way forward for about 3 or 4. Third down coming up for the Cougars.
Third down, but my thought is it's 4 down territory, so they're going to have 2 downs to pick up about 5 yards.
We would like to thank Smith Floral in West Hazleton for providing our crew with these purple boutonnieres in memory of Cassidy Manilevich. Smith Floral, gratefully celebrating 125 plus years serving the community. Called 3rd and 5. It's a toss. Bookman trying to bounce to the outside, eluded one tackler. He's inside the 20, still on his feet inside the 15. It's a Grand Central first down.
I tell you what, once he turned it up the field, it was all Bookman. You're going to take a look at this. Here you see him here. He inside and then out, runs out of one tackle, runs by the other tackle, finally takes 3 players to bring him down.
Ball be marked at the 15 in the Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau. Red zone. 1st and 10 Cougars, leading 35-7. Wolf fakes, under pressure, eludes one defender, to the end zone, wide open! Touchdown Cougars, the 3rd of the night for Ryan Mathias.
I'll tell you what, Mathias is having a huge night. Give a lot of credit to Wolf. Getting away from that pressure, really ran right out of the tackle again as Mason Richards pressure again. He's having a good second half. Couldn't hold on, and Wolf makes him pay as we have
penalty flag thrown. As they knew, Joe, I had to say, it was a 2 Italian Guys Pizzeria touchdown for Mathias. As we talked about, his 3rd of the night, the 5th passing touchdown after 6 last week for Tyler Wolf. And this time with it, 41-7. Coach Bookman is just going to go for the 1 point. High snap. All botched up there.
High
no
snap.
Good. It's 41-7 Cougars.
Extra point attempt is still good. We finish score Hazleton area 41, North Pocono 7.
Joe, guess what? We're keeping it here.
We're keeping it here.
Keeping it here. But
Cougars.
The thing that impresses me most about this Hazleton area team, and I think Coach Bookman really enjoys this aspect of this team. So many contributions from so many players that they insert into the game, whether you talk offensively or defensively or special teams. you're seeing contributors up and down this Hazleton area roster.
As I said earlier, Marty, if you have 4, 5, 6 players and you can get them, and they're good players, they have speed, they get it up the field, you can get them 5 to 8 touches a piece, they're going to score some touchdowns. There's no doubt about it. Tyler Wolf, I'm very impressed with him. As I said, all phases of the game tonight, the Cougars have looked very, very good.
And the other thing, we talk about passing, and yes, Wolf has 5 touchdowns. How difficult is this team when you get Bookman running for over 150 yards?
Mattias, 15-yard pass from Wolf. PAT was fumbled, 8 plays, 65 yards. Wolf, 2 for 2, 45 yards. And that just about put it out of reach. North Pocono has struggled offensively except for the 1 touchdown pass.
And they covered the short Barbush Automotive kickoff. The Trojans, going from left to right on your screen in the white jerseys, will start at their own 45. And
opportunity for some younger players to get some game time at this point.
West will go under center, and he hands it off, and making the big tackle, Connor Kundrat on Wickheiser as he hit the pile, tried to bounce outside, but Kundrat was waiting for him.
We've seen Kundrat, both sides of the ball, has contributed tonight. As the clock runs down to 10 minutes.
I'd like to thank the Third Base Luncheonette for supplying our crew meal tonight, as they have for so many seasons here on WYLN. Third Base Luncheonette located just off of 9th Street in Hazleton. Many thanks to the Third Base Luncheonette. 2nd and 8 from the 47. Wickheiser doesn't find a lot of room as the Cougars, a host of red jerseys, were in the backfield.
Tried to run the toss to the short side.
Kundrat was there, but talk about the many contributors. We saw him get a quarterback pressure earlier on. Also back there was Robert Anderson wearing number 59.
Anderson also, I think King was over there, as we see Sam Puro coming off after having a very good night.
And that's coming off of being a guest with Coach Bookman earlier this week on Sports Talk. Into the backfield is number 42, Evan Jenkins, at the fullback position for North Pocono. As West tries to get away from the pressure and throw it away, a flag is thrown. I don't think this is grounding, as he got outside the pocket, got it past the line of scrimmage. There might have been some action on the near sideline. They'll say an eligible man downfield. Joe, it almost makes me wonder, is that one of those items of emphasis?
I think once the quarterback starts running around, offensive linemen start to drift. They got down the field. If you're down 4 or 5 yards, they're gonna call it as we look at 4th down.
We know you were a star lineman at Berwick. How difficult is that for an offensive lineman, especially now this day and age with athletic quarterbacks, where even though when you think they're rolling out, it used to be that they would just scramble. Now they're still looking downfield, looking to throw the football.
I think one of the things you zero in on a defensive player, and if he's moving back, you want to go after him, and that's a big part of it.
This BLB auto sales punt will be taken by Casadas. Sam Magnotta on the punt, and Casadas down the sideline. 2 Italian guys, Pizzeria, punt return for touchdown that goes 74 yards for Matthew Casadas.
Well, again, Marty, with that speed, you better get there quick. Right? You see him run by, run out of that tackle. Nobody else had. You have to really make a compensation for that speed. Try to flatten out a little bit. Nobody did that. They were all going up the field. Casadas, another 70-plus yard touchdown.
Coleman on for the point after. Kick is up and good. 8:32 left. Cougars lead it 48-7. And Joe, last basketball season, Matthew Casadas was hampered by injury. And I think one of the key things that got him ready for this year's football season, he had a great track and field season. I think it built up his confidence coming out of injury, and you're seeing an explosive Matthew Casadas so far this season.
I'll tell you what, his quickness, and he's a senior, is 6 foot, goes about 165, 170, but his speed to the outside is really defensively, you have to account for him. And if you're going to punt it or kick off, you don't want the ball to get near him. So also we're in with a 41-point lead. We're in the mercy rule situation. The clock will run.
The remaining Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton games of the week on WYLN for the month of September. Joe, I don't know how you manage it, but you get back-to-back home games as the Bulldogs will host Williamsport on the 16th, Wilkes-Barre area on the 23rd, and then we head down to our good friends in Mahanoy City as the Golden Bears play host to Marion Catholic. The remaining games in September here on WYLN and the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton game of the week. Wearing number 10, it's Nick Benzie, a 6'3" wide receiver who got himself out near the 40 before he was pushed back. And Hazleton area getting some substitutes into the game defensively. And I almost wonder if Coach Bookman may try to take a timeout just to make sure everybody's got the right assignment.
And it looks like there's some substitute also on the North Pocono side.
Try to give you some of those substitutions for Hazleton area. We'll start number 76, Jordi Urena. Number 40, Sebastian Martinez. Number 2, Carlos Gonzalez. Number 3, Ryan Van Gilst. We'll try to get you some more. I see a number 12, Jacob Agramonte. And for North Pocono, Benzie checks in at quarterback, making the tackle, the aforementioned Urena, wearing number 76. I believe also out there is number 8, Hunter Johnson, who combined for that tackle.
Urena is only a sophomore. Makes a nice play.
Zach Benzie, a senior, 6'3", 180. Two receivers to the bottom of your screen. Benzie checks over the situation, and he's going to toss. This is number 4, Brady Lavery, and Lavery with a nice gain out to about near the 45-yard line, and he had blocking in front of him wearing number 21, a sophomore, Joe Lucas Koch.
Lavery also a sophomore, showing a little speed to the line of scrimmage.
Number 81 is in the game for Hazleton area, Jose Guzman. I believe I see also number 31, Miguel Vasquez. Third down, they'll go to Lavery again, and coming up and making the tackle once again, Hunter Johnson, a sophomore linebacker for the Cougars.
Johnson up the field very quickly, then flattened out and makes that tackle, forcing a 4th down.
Yes, Jay Kowalski replay.
You can see right there Johnson with the tackle.
In honor of Jim Burns, I see a fan down on the walkway wearing a Met jersey looking very similar to Lenny Harris. Jim Burns, a big fan of the Metropolitans, trying to hold on to that NL East lead.
They're trying to hold on.
Well, no, they don't like to talk about those Septembers in the past, Joe.
Well, you know what? It must be New York City because the other team's also trying to hang on.
And they got a big set this weekend with the Rays. We saw Fred Barletta Jr., athletic director here at Hazleton area, and I'm sure he's a little uneasy as the Yankees are probably in a bigger free fall right now than the Mets.
I'll tell you what, though, Aaron Judge can hit it.
As of today, 55 home runs, most by a right-handed hitter in Yankees history in a season. So let's get a look at some of these Cougars offensively. Into the game, a quarterback is number 11, sophomore Austin Wilson. I also see 22, John Carlos Peralta. Van Gilst will play some offense wearing number 3. Number 68, Gabe Boris, playing at left tackle. They're going to hand this off to Carlos Gonzalez wearing number 2, and a nice run there. Making the tackle, number 36, a sophomore for North Pocono, Ryan Knight.
Gonzalez found a little crack in that defense, was able to get it up the field for 9 good yards.
Number 44, sorry, Joe, Robin Munoz, a sophomore in as well for Hazleton area. Low snap, Wilson up with it, and he's going to be hauled down for a loss. Evan Wolf, number 31, 6-foot freshman linebacker.
Only a freshman, yep. Did a great job on that tackle. The ball was on the ground.
I saw him there in the huddle. I'm not sure if I mentioned him earlier. Number 13, Paul Munoz for the Cougars. Trying to mention a lot of these players because players on both sides, these are the scout teams for both of these first team units as Gonzalez says stiff arm. Gets inside the 20. What a great run there by Carlos Gonzalez to get a Grand Central first down.
Tell you what, Carlos Gonzalez, a sophomore.
Watch this stiff arm coming up, Joe.
Runs out of a tackle. Runs out of another tackle.
And with that nice run by Gonzalez, a gain of 24 yards has the Cougars in the Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau red zone. They'll give it back to Gonzalez, this time to the right side. Gonzalez is inside the 10, and he is finally hauled down by Cole Thomas.
North Pocono looked like they were too far inside on lining up on the defense. Gonzalez had a downhill run from the time that he took the handoff and picks up good yardage down to the 4-yard line.
First and goal Cougars after that Grand Central first down run by Gonzalez. Back-to-back runs. This one was for 15. And he gets it again, trying to get to the outside. Gonzalez stays on his feet and he'll be hauled down. Ball is out, but they'll rule him down. Making that tackle was number 7, Derek Leister.
Again, North Pocono, if you watch this, they had some people up the field. Gonzalez gives up about 6 or 7 yards to get to the corner almost gets it in the end zone.
Another lineman in for the Cougars, number 53, Jake Zabataki, a freshman. As I mentioned, Joe, these are the young men for both teams that do a lot of the scouting work during the week to get them ready for the games each week. Also in number 56, Johan Cruz, a sophomore for Hazleton area. And they're going to hand it off to Peralta, trying to find room up the middle, and he got pushed back.
Nice job by that defensive front for North Pocono, not giving up.
Elijah Conrad leading the charge, wearing number 70 for the Trojans. So it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Clock continuing to run, as you see on the Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships of Greater Hazleton scoreboard. Hazleton area well on their way to going 3-0 on this 2022 campaign. A very impressive home opener. Wilson will go out of the gun. He's got Gonzalez to his left. And they'll give it to Gonzalez. And he tiptoes his way to the end zone. Joe, it's a 2 Italian guys pizzeria. Touchdown for sophomore Carlos Gonzalez.
You see Gonzalez again is able to find just a little bit of the crack that I talked about before. Offensive line for Hazleton moving the North Pocono front, 54-7, Cougars.
And Coleman back on for the point after. Some movement up front. And I would think that Coach Bookman again will just go for the 1.
I would think, Marty, he's up by a huge amount of points. Coleman stays on the field for the kick.
We mentioned our good friend Coach Curry, and I would have to think if he was looking down at this Hazleton area team, he might tell our late great buddy Tim Thompson and ask him if he ever had a root canal. Because I got to think, as that point after is no good, minute 22 left, it'll remain 54-7. This Hazleton area team is going to give a lot of opposing coaches headaches.
There's no doubt about it. And I said before, they have speed. They have at least 5 players that when they touch the ball, they can go the route. They can go from into the end zone. They have an offensive line that does a good job. Defensively, they're playing very well. Tonight, they scored 54 points on a 2-0 team. So I think you're right, Marty. They're going to cause a lot of problems for teams.
And with the way they ran the ball, Joe, what Coach Bookman, he says, you know, we are athletic, we are fast in that, but he wants to emphasize they're also physical.
And I have to be honest with you, you have to have a running game. I think he's right. They can, if they need 3rd and 1, they can get it going off tackle. They can get it by throwing to a wide receiver and let him get up the field. Gonzalez, the last touchdown, 2-yard run. PAT no good, 7 plays, 46 yards. 4 minutes and 26 seconds. Gonzalez, 5 rushes, 51 yards.
Barbush Automotive kickoff, short one. That's taken by Kane Knight for the Trojans, and he gets out across the 35 to about the 38. So Hazleton area, as we mentioned, will head to the brand new stadium for Wilkes-Barre area, and congratulations to them. That football team's been all over the place the last several years as the new high school being formed there in Wilkes-Barre area. They finally have a home, Joe, and congratulations to them. We'll see Coach Cynthia in a couple weeks, but happy for that group that they finally have a place that they could call home.
I think all of their athletic teams are to be commended because they've been all over the place. Basketball, football, women's basketball, all of their sports. So, as you said, good to see them find a home.
And I'm sure we'll talk a lot more about that in a couple weeks when we see them against Berwick. But Hazleton area will see them next Friday And in at quarterback is number 19, Connor McCullum for the Trojans. Big play defensively. I believe that was Deron Newell wearing number 41.
Newell up the field made a nice play as we wind it down.
And Coach Bookman and his Cougars go to 3-0. Coach Dolan and the Trojans fall to 2-1. And not the result that I think North Pocono wanted, but I think they ran into a very tough football team here tonight on the road as the Cougars, as we mentioned, go to 3-0.
I think you're right, Marty. Hazleton area, all aspects did an excellent job tonight.
So 54-7, the Cougars go to 3-0. We talked about this offense, Joe, and how about the balance? You mentioned it. 245 yards on the ground for Hazleton area, 230 through the air, 475 yards of total offense, 54 on the board, surpassing their other two games of 47 and 45. But defensively, how many times do you hear coaches, no matter what level you're on, we got to get off the field? North Pocono 0 for 12 on third down. And you had talked about it earlier on in the game. A majority of those were third and long.
Third and long, tough to convert. But you have to give the Hazleton defense credit. They shut them out on third down. And when you can do that, you've played well.
Some individual stats real quick, Joe. Matthew Bookman, 20 carries, 162 yards, and a touchdown. Gonzalez was 5 carries, 51 yards, and receiving. Matthew Casadas, 5 catches, 130 yards, and a touchdown. Hazleton area, 3-0. So now for our director, Barry J.S., for stats by Jim Burns. For Joe DeMelfi, I'm Marty Burns saying so long. Join us next week for the Lehigh Valley Health Network Hazleton Game of the Week, as the Millionaires of Williamsport travel to Crispin Field to take on the Berwick Bulldogs. Will be on the air next Friday night at 7. This has been a WYLN Sports Special presentation. Good night from Hazleton.
You're watching